Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and good night, wherever you may be. Stamp collecting is fun, and so are stamp albums, where we keep some of our stamps. And you may have seen this album before. I've been working on it a little bit, adding bits and bobs. But I think last time we looked at it, I only got halfway through. So on this occasion, I will do it in reverse. So we'll go to the back. We'll go to the end and the beginning. It is the 11th of November, Remembrance Sunday, so I'm just back from saluting the fallen of both world wars and, of course, all wars. Wars are still going on. And stamps are continuing to carry on. Not everywhere, though. So while we have stamps, we must we not, continue to enjoy them. So, what am I looking at? Well, on the back is the index. So we start with Abu Dhabi and we finish with Zululand. And there's all these other countries in between. Any strange one? What about Saseno? Saseno, what on earth is that? Sayun, Aden, fair enough. Seymour. Penryn Island, that sounds a bit Welsh to me. Polish post offices. Port Said. Prussia, a country in its own right. Kalimani. Kaita State, also Aden. Rarotonga, the Cook Islands, which it's known as now. So some interesting little names when you look. The further back you go, the more interesting the names become. Inini, Inhambane, Indore, Ifni. I've got a couple of those. Well, I've got two stamps of the same sort. Haiti, spelt a different way. Hejaz, Heligoland, which was a German territory. It was captured by the British, I think, and everybody got fed up with it. So they handed it back to the Germans post-World War II. Hoihaiyo, Holstein. I mean, these are quite famous. That one is Cape July. No, sorry, Cape Juby. Never heard of that. Canton, China. Chakari, Chamba. Cook Islands again. So we get some nice little names there that have gone out of common usage. Bohemian Moravia. Barbuda, Bumra. A lot of A's here. Anjou. What's this one here? Etutaki. Wow. And Aden again. So I think Aden rules the world. It's all over the place. Falkland Islands as well. And Falkland Island dependencies. So, what else have we got here? Well, new stamp issuing countries, or also known as overflow pages. Nothing the matter with that. And we had a look at this one earlier. What is this? And postage and inland revenue, 1 penny. 1 penny, it's like a lilac. Yeah, they're all sort of hinged in. Queen Vic, not sure what the year would be. Ooh, so somebody's been loading these up. Great Britain. New stamp issuing or overflowing. So you'd sort of see that in some sort of mid-60s when this was being loaded up. 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, noughties, 10s. 60 years ago for cash. Which is a long old time, isn't it? Jodrell Bank have been there. The World Cup, 1966 and all that. Burns, Saliani. That's quite nice. So we go back to the Z, Zululand, etc. Stamps issued 1888 to 97. This is very nice bit of information there. So say you had a Zululand stamp. You could date it between those two dates. How clever am I? Zambia. I'll suggest that's not an early one. Vietnam being a 2-word. Well, we know it's 1 word now. It had been hyphenated Vietnam And this suggests two different words. So things change, don't they, depending who's in charge of the spelling. US postage stamp, United States of America, Champion of Liberty, Ramo. But I don't know who he is, I'm afraid. Sorry to him. President of the Philippines. Well, is that Filipino stamp? I think it is, you know. So were the Philippines in charge of... were the US in charge of the Philippines back in those days? Maybe that's why it's been put there. You also see someone's been taking a few stamps. Wow, more American stuff. Nothing special here. NATO, some modern ones mixed in with older ones. That's an older one. What have we got here? Turkey. Don't have many Turkey ones on the back of these. See, that for example was hinged. That was proper stuck. Someone's been writing on this one, and that one's proper stuck. So yeah, I think the age does suggest that maybe there's been a bit of moisture added somewhere. Trinidad and Tobago. Tobago may be where the word tobacco comes from. I don't know. Helvetia, we've seen all of these many times in my Helvetia collection. Turn over. Tanganyika, Kenya, Uganda. Uganda again. So these are... this is... this would be independence. This would be Commonwealth. Spain. Ifni. There's that Ifni one. Again, that's stuck down a little bit. Well, a big bit. And Puerto Rico. I'm not sure. Oh, it's a Spanish colony. That's why. Cape Juby being a Spanish colony. So maybe that's all been swallowed up now by who knows what. More missing stuff. More Spain. Oh, that's interesting. Centimo. Correos. Telegrafos, España. España, Franco that is. South Africa, they love the animals here. Oh, the beautiful. And mining. Gold. Gold. And sailors. That's a very, very common stamp. SAR. I do like a SAR stamp. Sverige. What must be 57 according to this. Thailand. Kings and princes. What nice. Republic di San Marino, which is on the east coast of the Italian peninsula. Capital of San Marino being San Marino. As you'd expect, it's the only one I've got. Lira also, so that points to Italian influence. Sarawak. Again, it's a Queen one. It's not bad at the back either. And here we have Rwandese, which I presume is Rwanda. Yep. Russia. Wow. These are nice. Look at that, a Russian soldier with a Pickelhaube. 85. It couldn't be. They're nice, aren't they? Yeah. I like Russian stamps because you've got to work on them. And they tell you a story. You know, he's blowing his trumpet. Yeah. Lenin. Don't know. And then you got some sort of bull. A hell of a bull. More horned creatures, this one being a goat. Horse. Ram. Monkeys. And again, back to these. I do like them. These are in a mess, admittedly, but 29. Could it be 1929? Don't know, but I like those. Someone's been having it away with all of these all my life. And just, no, yeah, there's just the one Romania stamp there, which I don't think I've got. South Rhodesia. You know, after the Russians ones, the British influence seemed a little bit boring. I don't know. Something been stuck down there. Portugal, Portuguese colonies. Mozambique. Portugal again, that's old favourites. These are pretty common. Yeah, there's nothing rare there. Poland, Poczta Lotnicza. So that's an air. I would say this would be airmail if it's a plane on it, and this may be ship mail. Poczta Polska. Iran, the old Shah. The Philippines. So Philippines have got the so there was that Filipino stamp under the USA area. I just wonder if that was an error. You've got some modern ones here. By the look of it, Nicaragua, sporty type social stuff. And then here we've got Pakistan, the old mountains and the lakes and the hills and the stars and the moons. Very arty. I do like them, and very delicate colours too, very nice. Norway, Norge. Israel, Holy Land. 10 shekels maybe. The Hashemite Kingdom of Jordan. New Zealand. That's modern. Somebody's been filling those in. Queen. Nothing too. Look at all these dependencies. Penryn. So again, we mentioned that earlier. We've been a bit Welsh. I think it was a big Welsh and Scottish influence down there in the early exploration days. North Borneo. Yeah, Nigeria. Republic of something. Lebanese. Lebanon. What's this here? I'll actually work it out. Don't know, North Borneo maybe. Again, someone's been half-inching stuff. Corias Mexico, Mexico City. The Malay States, Malaya, Singapore. Queen. Majesty the Queen. Malaya again with the nice flag. Queen is there. He's part of the Commonwealth Empire, you could say. A couple of minutes to go. Here we have Luxembourg, the only Luxembourg stamp in here. Monaco is also for this page, but there's nothing there. Excuse me, Malta. Mauritius. Quite nice. Just the one Kingdom of Libya. Well, that's interesting. So that was a king, presumably before Gaddafi. Yugoslavia, these are very, very sparkling, like fireworks, I always think. There's a lot of action, there's a lot of activity, there's a lot of excitement around those stamps, the design of them. Can I turn over? Yes! More theft. Japan. Japan. Yep. Kenya. Again, it's like, you know, after the... What's this here? Indonesia. There's a bit of trouble going on with that page. Italy. Very common. We're coming to the last... Oh, someone's had it away with all the native states. Every one of them gone. Because they're pretty rare, that's why. Just have a look at these names. You can freeze if you want to have a look at those names. Wow. We're coming to that and finally moment I feel. India. Mother India. Yes, we've all got these. These are another ones which are very common. I do like that one, the Buddha. Also, I thought the Emperor King was quite a nice feature. There we are. And then finally, moments, I think, Hungary. Hungary. Yeah, we'll leave it at that for now. Yeah, Netherlands. So we'll leave it at that. This is a universal stamp album, not just the world, but the universe. Ace it is. Ace. And here we have the globe. We have sort of people from different places doing different things to animals. Some north, south, east, west. And of course a map. Less and less red going on now, but you can imagine how covered it was in red before. Yeah, and Antarctic is just about, so then we've got the Falklands, then we've got sort of Elephant Island sort of stuff era, but not much in the way of Antarctica being mentioned. Thank you for watching, everyone. Have a fantastic day. I hope you like my my new penny black, which I'm showing on the front of this video as the thumbnail. Have a great day, everyone, and I'll talk to you very, very soon. Bye for now.